Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Rule 34 podcast. I'm your host, Jack, joined by my fellow co-host,
Dominic.
Alright, so, back again. First off, happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there, you know?
Yeah, it's been well, right? Did we ever have a Thanksgiving episode last year, Jack?
No, because we were either always on break or well, don't forget, Thanksgiving never falls on a Friday, so. But we were always on break, so we've never had a Thanksgiving episode, but, you know, we're on break now and we have the free day.
Yeah.
You didn't have any school today, did you?
No, thankfully not, but, the professors assigned us a lot of homework.
Yeah.
And I got, like, a midterm, like, the day we, the first day coming back from Thanksgiving break.
Dang.
But, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I thankfully didn't. I only had to show up to one class this week, and that was on Monday.
Nice.
But other than that, it's been all well. I said in the last episode, we're heading towards that final stretch.
Yeah. When does your term end for the semester?
I think the 18th.
The 18th. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got finals coming up in that, like. I know I got one on the 14th. I think I got one on the 18th as well. It's crazy.
Yeah, I also got finals coming up. But dude, like I think the professors are not going to be joking with like proctoring for these tests. Like they want to limit cheating as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if they're going to do it exactly like the way I am thinking about, in which they want to have like your camera on, looking at you the whole time, or looking at you like your surrounding area so you don't cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't know, for other classes and for UC Berkeley, like pretty sure for the computer science class, the coding classes, they expect you to have like a second camera, like looking above you, like a surveillance camera, just to make sure you're not cheating the entire like 3 hours for your exam. Yeah, like it's getting pretty intense for these exams, man.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do it. So far for my classes, they haven't had anything like that. Like they just give you the essays to write, they give you the exams to do, and like it's just do them, and like we're trusting that you don't do anything.
Yeah.
Which is good that they're trusting the students, but at the same time, there's a reason why a lot of schools don't trust their students.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it hurts no one other than the student, because are you truly learning at that point? Especially if it's for a class that's going towards your major, It's like, you have to know the stuff you're studying for,
Yeah.
But, how was your Thanksgiving, Dominic?
It was something. I wasn't meant to celebrate this time around because I had work today. I mean, on Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
My parents were like, since I wasn't able to come, celebrate because my shift would end pretty late. My parents would like just go ahead and like go visit the relatives for the time being, while I just stayed home. But they were able to pick me up like last minute, so we were somehow able to celebrate, and we had a good time. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty comfy, I guess. How was yours, Dad?
Pretty good. My mom and brother cooked for the most part. Me and my dad just cleaned around a bit. And then we had like a lot of good food.
That sounds great, boss man.
Yeah, it was fun. And then afterward, I just went to go play video games.
Speaking about video games, I'm pretty sure Jack already knows, but somehow, some way, somewhere, I was able to secure a Sony Entertainment console. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. You know what's even crazier, listeners? This man lied to us.
I did not.
Yeah, you did.
Technically, I did not.
This man lied to the whole group chat. He told us he was getting a PS4, and then he shows up online, and he thinks that we can't tell the difference between the logos.
I honestly did not know there would be a difference between the logos. I thought it was just gonna show, my username when it comes up for you guys.
No,
technically, I just got an upgraded version of the PS4 because it's backwards compatible with PS4 games.
True.
So I could still play the same games, play with the same people, the same amount of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just
with
on
better graphics and faster download speeds. I mean, what? You downloaded Rainbow in less than 20 minutes. That was impressive.
And it's like an 80 gigabyte.
Yeah,
80 gigabyte download.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy.
That is true improvement.
But since Black Friday is today, lots of people are like, stacking up on GameStops, Walmarts for like these PlayStation 5s, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's crazy how many people like it's crazy how the demand is, high for like such a low amount of supply for these PlayStations.
Yeah, I heard
you have to practically be lucky for them.
Yeah, I saw people were lining up in front of GameStop like early yesterday. Like I saw online, and it was funny because people started checking GameStop, and like these people were having like 30 plus people start camping out early to try and get a PS5 or like Xbox. And people would check the stocks of like what GameStop had in stock. I forgot like if they were using it through the website or something else, and it was showing that like literally the GameStops only had like 2 PS5s.
Yeah, and there's like an entire like row, like 100 people like stretching across the street.
Yeah, it's like all these people lining up to get it. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. There's only 2. Like, imagine that the first 2 people come in and then everyone else comes in, you have to tell them, bro, we only had 2.
Have you ever seen that one image where, like, someone brought in an inflatable, like, mattress just to sleep on to camp out?
Really?
Yeah, like, they brought the pillows, the blankets.
People go to such extremes, dude, just for a lot of materialistic things, man.
I mean, that is true. But, I mean, during a pandemic, you gotta find a way to entertain yourself.
I mean, true, but, like, a lot of these people already have systems to entertain themselves. Like, the people who finally went out and decided to get a Switch, because, like, they love, like, Nintendo games, like, that's understandable, and it kind of sucked, if you remember at the beginning of the pandemic where, like, Switches were, like, out of stock all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, that's understandable because, not everyone had gotten a Switch when it first came out. But, like, the fact that you have a bunch of these people out here who have had Xbox Ones, PS4s, and even some people having PCs, and yet they're doing all this for the new consoles. It's like, man, it's really crazy how simple upgrades can really make people basically do anything for it,
Yeah. I mean, people did wait, 7 years ever since the PS4 came out?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a big deal because you don't see, it's not like an iPhone. Like, you don't see iPhones running out because they come out once every year.
Mm-hmm.
But, the console, there are big expectations for those things. Mm-hmm. They come out, like an entire generation later on.
Mm-hmm.
And what's even worse is the reason why Joseph said there's only, 2 PlayStation 5s, in every GameStop is because, there's online scalpers who, utilize, robots to, quickly buy out PlayStation 5s quicker than a human can. And the masses, too. And they're, reselling them for, hundreds more than the retail price.
Yeah.
And so, people are getting more desperate and desperate just trying to, at least, just to get the console alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you see a lot of people trying to get it, but also you see a lot of parents getting desperate, because they just want to get something nice for their kid.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And that's why, again, I think we mentioned in the last episode, that's why we hate resellers so much. It's like, I get it. You want to try and make money, but, you got to realize the way you're doing it is such, I don't know how to describe it other than just, in my opinion, it's such a terrible thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like having like I can understand you maybe like, you know, oh, let's say you bought a game, but then you didn't really like it, so you sell it to someone for either the same price, or if you're good friends with the person at a discount, or you charge them maybe just a bit extra to make some money back. Like that's fine, of course, right?
Yeah.
But when you're out here using like bots and stuff to like buy something as soon as it drops, and then telling people, oh look, I have all the supplies, so now you need to pay like twice as much for it if you really want it. It's like, do you not realize that that's such a terrible thing you're doing?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And what's even worse is that some people are actually buying these consoles at like steep prices. Like I'm pretty sure one person bought a console for like around $2,000.
Yeah.
Which is literally 4 times as much as like the original price.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't imagine like bringing myself to do that.
Yeah.
And like what's even worse is like the online retailers like Walmart, GameStop, Best Buy.
They can't do nothing about it.
They can't do anything about it.
It's like to truly show you the extent of it. These sites will open up and show that they have a restock, and then literally like 1 second after they restock, it's all sold out because of the bots. So it's like by the time everyone gets their information in, puts it to the cart, it's like by the time they do all that, it's already gone.
I mean, what's also even worse is that they don't even like provide a human verification.
Yeah.
Like on their websites, like CAPTCHA, like where you have to like select a picture that matches with the word. Like select like I don't know, what looks like a crosswalk. I mean, like simple things like that can stop like thousands of bots buying the PlayStations. But they just don't implement it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where we got into.
I have a feeling they would also find a way to get past that too, knowing these people.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But like, it's at least something, At least it's some sort of barrier. But
yeah,
even without a barrier in the first place, it just makes it worse.
Yeah. Speaking of games, that you already because I think you saw it in the chat, but I recently. You said Black Friday. PlayStation was having Black Friday deals, and one of the deals was Persona 5 half off. Well, Persona 5 Royale.
Wait. I just wanted to know what's the difference between getting the Royale version and just the regular PlayStation. The regular Persona 5 version.
I think Royale was that. It had like added DLC, I believe,
right,
and like a bunch of other features, and I think an add-on to the story.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. It's basically like a super updated version of the Persona 5 game. But so I was able to get that. So I have not played it yet.
Oh, you have not?
I have not, and that is because one, got to play with the homies first, and two, because at the same time, I decided I have the money, I might as well do it. I also bought Nier Automata and have started that game.
Well, what are your thoughts on Nier Automata, Jack?
I only have about 4 or 5 hours in the game right now. But it's already one of the best games I've ever played.
Nice.
The soundtrack in that game is so amazing, and I found out it's on streaming sites like Apple and Spotify, so I can add it to my playlist. Because, dude, the music in there is absolutely amazing. Whoever composed the music for that game is a genius. But yeah, I've been having fun with that game so much. I told one of our friends, I told them, because I had only finished like one of the quests, and I